before we really get into the map itself, really see everything, is there anything you want to cover? Any general questions, anything like that where you're going, hey, this isn't working since last time, or what do I do in this matchup, or how do I ult track, or anything like that?
Yeah, I think I feel like I've been working on everything you've told me to work on, but
Great.
at the same time, like I just kind of
Are you
I
working on
think
them all
I
at the same time?
maybe I don't know.
Oh, that would be a problem.
I might be hyper focused on one of the things that you're wanting me to work on, and then I just feel like I kind of lose focus on everything else.
That's
So
fine. That's intentional.
um
Go ahead.
okay.
So,
Yeah, so like I was, yeah, I kind of been, I went up to mid plat and I dropped all the way back to like gold again. So
okay.
I'm not sure if I'm like doing anything.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I have like if
it's
I've changed my habits enough that it has it reflected on my gameplay or not. Because I feel like if I stop focusing on it, then I kind of revert. I don't know, regress.
okay. Then you're
I
moving
don't know.
on
I'm not
too
sure.
fast from topic to topic. So I don't want you
Okay.
going topic one looks, 50% improved or whatever, or, whatever, 10% improved, whatever it is. Topic one looks improved. Okay, let me move on to
Yeah.
topic two. Let me move on to topic three. That's not what I want. What I want you to do is I want you to work on topic one, and then I want you, once you, at some point, to move on to topic two. And topic one is naturally going to fall off a little bit. And you have to
Hmm.
notice how hard is topic one falling off. If topic one is falling off more than like 10%, and not 10% total, but 10% of your improvement, you need to stop working on topic two and fully focus, keep working your focus on topic one. Because we are trying to build this into your habits, into your muscle memory. And if we have, it's not going to get worse by more than like 10% when you move on to topic two. That's sort of your, hey, this is actually locked in, quote unquote, threshold. So if you're going, hey, I got pretty good at topic one, now I want to move on to topic two, now I want to move on to topic three, that would suggest to me that, hey, you're probably not locking these in hard enough. You're probably moving on too quickly. That would be the most likely situation. Um,
Okay.
or, you're moving on to two, and you could sort of hold one and two in your mind because you mostly had one down, and then you're moving on to three, but you never really totally locked one down. So now you're thinking about three things, and your brain can't handle three things at once like that. So that's
Hmm.
probably what's happening. I need you to really focus harder on the one. And if you're finding I'm so bored focusing on the one like this, or I can't stay focused on the one long enough, that probably means A, you need to build your focus, but also might mean you need to, reduce your session length. Like if you're going, hey, I'm playing for 4 hours and I can't stay focused on one topic, it's time to move on. Well, you can build up your focus to do that sort of thing, or you could shorten your session, right? And just sort of do more
Yeah.
sessions less often. Both of those are options. So that's what I'd recommend. And it sounds like we have a bit of a training regime issue that we're running into here. Do you feel, am I accurate effectively in my assessment, you think, where you're sort of going, hey, I'm starting on one, then doing two, then doing three, then doing four, and you're still trying to hold one in your mind?
Yeah, I think I kind of probably overload my brain
Yep.
maybe, and then I just kind of
So
everything just becomes really bad.
do you think one reverted? Because it's possible that one really did stick, but you're thinking about it when you don't need to be.
Mm, um, it could be. That's a good question.
Okay. I'm just being difficult. So again, work on one, move on to two. Notice as you move on to two if one starts getting worse. If it gets worse by an unacceptable amount, go back to one and don't even think about two. That's
Okay.
that's how we do this. Okay. I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
anything else topic wise?
So yeah, I know like position wise, I should always be up top and back, right? And I don't know. Sometimes I think I don't notice that there's a Hanzo like looking at my face. Just like, so,
Yes.
like some like immediate pressure or something, and I just because I'm
Reading
kind
your
of hyper
opponent's
focused on
body
yeah.
language or arrows flying at you is something you have to do.
Okay.
Okay. So there's going to be
Yeah.
situations we want you above and behind your team, but there's going to be
Right.
situations where opponents force you out of it, and then your next best spot is where?
And back.
Simply
Like far
behind your
back.
team. Right. We want to be
Yeah.
above and behind, but sometimes we're just going to have to be behind based on sight lines that opponents have. If you're playing in a double hit scan, for example, and your team hasn't taken control of the space to deny those hit scan sight lines on you, you're going to have to find somewhere else to be, right? Like that's not safe space if you can't actually occupy it, right?
Yep.
So like that's where you want to be going, but you do have to recognize, okay, my tanks haven't actually earned the space to let me play from there, so I'm gonna have to play from somewhere different. Is that something you ran into in this game? I could see it being something you run into in this map.
Yeah. I I don't know. I think my first like the first death I had was I was completely oblivious to a diva that came up and like just missiled me down. I wasn't even aware she was there.
Okay, well that's a little different than what I was describing, but okay.
Yeah. Maybe a little slightly different.
Okay.
Uh, um, what was I don't know. Okay, so what if my tanks aren't making any space for some reason? Like they're literally not doing anything. What is my next best option in
Well,
that?
on low ground, just directly behind your team is generally your next best option. But what can also
Okay.
happen is you can run into a situation where you have to earn the space yourself. Like if your team isn't earning you the space to get to the high ground because there's a diva sitting there, well, shoot,
Hmm.
I might have to clear the diva myself. I'm going to shoot at the diva myself from low ground to make her move. Like, that's not a good solution, but it's
Yeah.
better than getting pincered, right? Like, it's better than not being able to play the game. So, in order, those are sort of your solutions. Yeah, I mean, you could say between those, you could add in, hey, ask your team to clear the diva for you. Ask your team to path through high ground. Ask your team. You can ask for things, but those are kind of your options in order.
Like for example, I had a game where the enemy Widow was absolutely wrecking, and we didn't have any pressure on her at all.
Hmm.
And I didn't know. I mean, I asked for a Winston, but he didn't really. I don't think the tank really knew how to play Winston, so he
That's
kind of
fine.
gets fed.
So
So
you also have to learn how to recognize what your windows are. Because a Winston, for example, maybe the Winston was doing terribly, maybe they weren't. Maybe your Ryan was doing
yeah,
terribly, maybe they weren't. Those aren't full time. The enemy doesn't get to play the game. Those open windows for you to contribute, and you have to
okay,
recognize what those windows are. And one way to recognize those better would be to play tank for a bit. But
hmm,
without playing tank for a bit, you're going to learn. Oh, my Winston just jumped on the Widow. I have a few seconds to contribute. Oh, my Rhine is pushing in to the enemy front line. I can probably hop up to high ground and contribute for a bit, even though there's hit scan, because he's making a pretty good distraction. You sort of see how that works, where it's like they give you windows where they're going to pull eyeballs to them, or they're going to block people with their shield, with their body,
yeah,
things like that, where it's like, okay, there's a soldier on low ground that could shoot at me, except that my Reinhardt is swinging into him, so he's probably not going to shoot at me, type thing.
right, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, let's see some games.
Okay.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Executing flight maneuver. Escort the payload.
How about a little extra here?
This is not your time.
Okay, you're here. We would like high ground, but you're not going to be able to get it, except you are. So where could you play from right now?
Oh, I could probably play on top of a bridge thing.
Right, you could easily go,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going to play from here. I have this. They can't even get at you anymore because they gave up this. So you could play from here. You could, from here, quite easily heal your team. You can open the angle wider to take offensive shots. You would like to be up here.
Yep.
Okay. We don't really need to do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, don't fall in the trap. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I did
don't
not need
think
that.
you
I did not need
reach.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
think you
know.
reach her from there.
I needed to work on that so too.
Right. Well, I get it. You've been
Yeah.
overwhelmed, so this is going to be a little
Yeah.
bit of a rough review. You've been overwhelmed, so some things that we've told you to work on, you haven't been able to do. Where this, you clearly wanted that to go further, and the ramp. And ramps are hard. Ramps are hard and have been for ages. But okay, you go here.
Better?
Okay, it's not amazing, but it's okay. You're gonna go for that. You guys hit Shatter, but you're down one. You have Velks going on both sides. Yeah, you can window this.
Let them out. My turn.
That was that was scary.
Better?
Okay, so here you are.
Let them out.
You window.
Yeah.
Boom. You see one shot. Two shots. I want to right click. I didn't want a third shot. I want you right click.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't
Easy
want the
dives.
double. You just double right clicked there. And you see, like, I
Yeah.
understand the desire, but you have to move your crosshair 0. So, like, you don't
Yeah.
actually heal him faster by double right clicking in a row because the delay between your right clicks is such that you just can't fire faster than a left click would go off. So, since you don't have to move your crosshair at all for this one either, just fit the left click in. Like, it's simply just fit
Okay.
the left click in. If this had been a case of no, I have to adjust my crosshair to aim at the McCree and then back at my Rhine, and you felt that was going to take time with your Rhine in this bad situation, sure, you could just double right click. But you can literally left click the opposing Reinhardt shield, and that's value right now. So please just do it.
Okay.
Sure would be nice to have a lamp pretty soon. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay.
Regen up.
Yeah. I don't know why we kept going up here.
Behind you.
Take your medicine.
Get the shift, fine. Hopefully you guys are going to take high ground this time.
We need
Oh boy. I so desperately do not want to walk through here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's an early. Oh boy. Oh, now you're hitting the shift. Okay, you were missing 15 HP, but it'll help your Winston too. So now you need to take high ground. You have to transition yourself up to
Yeah.
here, because from here, this will let you see everything that you need to see. You have to, and no one's going to threaten you up here. There's no, like, Hanzo right over here that's going to shoot you, right? So, like, this is
Yep.
the place to be, for sure. Okay, let's,
Who should be moving cart?
don't care. I mean, you're
Okay.
going to move cart because your team isn't, but I really don't care. Your team, I want you to win the fight, if you follow what I'm saying. Now that you've won the fight,
it.
plenty of time to move the cart.
the payload has reached
Systems on fire.
executing flight maneuver.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I tried to hit her.
I mean, it's hard. That's why I was saying good luck. I didn't believe in you, and I was right. Okay, you're trying to weave. That's good.
Yeah, I was trying.
No, you're trying. I can see the trying, and the trying is good with me. You will get value out of that. Okay, you're down one. They're coalescing. Are you going to all in, or are you going to? Okay.
The mortality field down. Watch yourself.
I didn't know if I should window that. I thought.
Yeah,
I
no. I think it was fine not to.
So we were down one. I was like, okay, we're down one, but then we have 3 ults up. Like, if I start one, will everyone else start? And maybe
Well,
turn
you
around
can,
and
but you were down one and they had an ult still going, right? They still had their
Yeah.
coalescence going, and that's sort of why I'm saying, nah, you're good. You ulting into
Okay.
a 5v6 isn't the end of the world, but you're ulting into a 5v6 while they have an ult going, so really you putting that window up is really just equalizing, so it's still a 5v6, right? That's not
Yeah.
exactly right, but that's how I'd think of that, or recommend thinking of that. Okay. You don't want to be first to peek. You'd love them to pay attention somewhere else. Unfortunate. You have an Anna now. It's going to be more important that you get your offensive shots off with the Anna.
Let them up.
Okay. You better get this hog. My concern
Yeah,
is
I
this
know.
window is really just getting you this hog, right? Like, that's the only thing that
Yeah.
you guys can see through this window. You're not going to be able to then use this window to get anyone else other than to heal your ball and your Rhine. So I don't
Yeah.
love this. I'd have loved, like, a we swing over here in window type thing. But
Yeah. I think I was just frustrated that we were not going anywhere. I just, like, wanted
well,
to-
welcome to Gibraltar second. Attacking into
Yeah.
Gibraltar second if you don't snowball is rough. Okay. Some offensive shots now? Good. Yeah, you're missing some weaves that aren't too hard. Like you are weaving some, and I like that. But you are missing. You're doing some of these double up on heal shots when it's really not that hard to pivot over to the Reinhardt for a shot.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, those Overwatch pros make it look so easy.
No, they don't. A lot of them still messed up. They're missing optimal patterns, etc.
In the immortality.
I didn't need that shit.
I really just wouldn't worry about healing the Echo. Let Anna figure it out.
Okay.
Let's see a smile.
Okay. So you could window here. This would be a fine
Yeah.
window. And if you window here,
Yeah.
even if it's just for you, that lets you heal your team pretty well, and it threatens. There's nowhere for them to retreat to, because if they retreat, the cart's path is given up.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, I think it's because I heard him. I'm always worried that like if I look at ults of like people on my team, we have like 6 ults, everyone just blows all of them at once, and I like try to save it.
Yeah, and that's fine if other people are using ults, but when I called it,
Yeah.
you could have been the
Yeah.
one to initiate.
Right.
And-
Right.
That's as good as new.
And I'm not going to recommend you hold ults in case other people spend their ults.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, these shifts are getting a little sloppy. So here you are.
I think it goes further than it does. That's why I don't know, and I get like I do that sometimes.
Yeah, that was on the edge. It's possible that hit him, and he then immediately went down, so we didn't get to see the effect. But oh well.
How about a little extra
Okay,
healing?
we'll never know. The world will never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice of that hook to miss you. Okay. Do I want to re-go over that window? I think I do. Here you are.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is still your window.
How about a little extra
Okay.
healing? Let them up.
Drop your window. You have 3 heal shots right now. So you
Yeah.
go regular shot, regular shot, regular shot. You get shattered.
Yeah.
2 heal shots. Okay, this was fine. You just didn't have very many heal shots when it started. That's fine. And you got shattered. That's a fine shift.
Behind you. I am injured.
Get in here.
Huh. Okay. So have you been doing any lamp practice? Any like I'm specifically going in and trying to throw it at specific distances?
Yeah, I did it once or twice.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
probably been doing more than that. I
That's
feel I
fine.
miss them all.
That's
I've
fine.
noticed even more now that I just miss them like when I
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah. So you have something to work on. And that's a nice one because that doesn't even require making it a focus of your brain. You can just do it for a
Yeah.
bit and then you get to flush it from your brain. It's not actively taking up your RAM.
Yeah. Oh, here, like I don't know what the hell I was doing.
I don't
was
know
like,
why you're
I should
walking
be.
forward.
I know I should be healing my Anna, and I'm because I like
I
worry about
don't
the
mind.
Rhine, and
I
then
don't mind
there's
throwing the
also
right click at the Rhine, but I mind your pathing. So like here you
Yeah.
are. You're
yeah,
doing that. You go for the heal on the Anna, and you
Yeah.
probably thought you got her. You go for the shot there, and now you're like, hey, I should heal my Rhine, and that's fine. So throw a right click at your Rhine if you want.
yeah. I don't need to move into the
Uh,
fight.
Why are you? Why are you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Is it hot in here or is it just me?
Oh, so Eric, I like gravitate towards going.
Get in here.
This isn't a distance issue.
Get in here.
This is a. I mean, this is a you're late throwing it issue, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You weren't super late throwing it. That said, even though you weren't super late throwing it, was there any chance of you winning that fight if you used that lamp?
No, I don't think so.
Right,
So
that's
I
almost
should
bad.
Just, like, die.
Right, because what if you'd thrown that lamp in and it had saved his life and you'd gotten out?
It would get staggered.
Let me
it would
rephrase
just
that.
stagger him.
Even if it hadn't staggered him, that's true, it
Yeah.
would have staggered him. But even pretend it didn't stagger him and they broke the lamp and it deleted him immediately, but you got out alive. Well,
Yeah.
he's going to be back in 12 seconds, and you have a 25-second cooldown on your lamp. So now you don't have your
Yeah.
lamp for the next fight. It sort of did you a favor by resetting you here.
Yeah.
C'est tant qu'on voit un monde qui a veillé sur moi. You're fully healed. Light them up.
Cool.
Regen burst.
Do you know where that's coming from? Because I bet I know where that's coming from. Ah, you guessed right. He is going to be unhappy. Good job.
Oh, the watch these other guys. Oh yeah, Anna dies.
Avoidable. Avoidable. You're just like, oh, let me heal people up. Wait a second. Isn't there still a McCree behind us? Jeez, you almost got yourself in trouble there. Where was your shift?
Yeah.
Where was your decking bed cover? Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so your weaving does look pretty improved. That's good. I'm happy to see that your weaving looks improved. Your lamp, you know, you've clearly worked on some, but there's definitely more work to do there. We saw that there was times where you weren't really taking the positioning. Like, as this moves forward, you can hop up here. As, you know, you move forward, in this case you couldn't, but you could have hopped up here. Like, okay, in this case you really couldn't have done that. But you still could have hopped up here and played from here once you'd rounded the corner. Like, you're sort of not worried about this McCree because you sort of should have found this McCree. As your team's pushing in up here after you've taken this space, you should sort of be up looking to take up here and go, oh shoot, there's a McCree. Like, this I knew never should have been a surprise type thing. But okay.
So once I go up there and I find the McCree, should I be?
You should leave. I mean, you can shoot at him
Obviously,
while you
yeah,
leave.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But then once you've left, then your team knows that he's up there, and they can send, I forget what your comp was, but they can send a Genji, a Diva, a something to help you, and you know, together the two of you just win.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So for Brig, is she just a lot worse than she was before?
She's different. She's a lot more specialized than she was before.
Well,
So Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, I was just saying, like, a few seasons, or like, I don't know, maybe last year, I hit Diamond with Brig, when she had her armor pack still.
Yep.
And I feel like ever since that, I mean, obviously I've fallen
She
a
plays
lot.
completely different. She plays
Okay.
completely differently. So Brig before actually was a brawler who had enough health, shield, etc. to brawl, who could overpack people with armor and, give them armor to go do silly stuff. Now the only time that she's really a brawler is when she has rally going. The rest of the
Yeah.
time, her role is to use these repair packs specifically to enable people on her team that are going aggressive. And really, her first priority is to pocket her support partner, which is almost always going to be Anna, sometimes Zen.
Yeah.
So the first priority, repair packs on Anna if she's under pressure. The second priority for repair packs is going to be people getting aggressive, be that Genjis, be that Doomfists, be that Tracers, as they're going in, if they're missing any health, because you basically think of it, 55 health per second is a double strength harmony orb for that person. And then you do the same thing for Ashes, McCree's, any of those people that are actually getting aggressive and missing any health, to pocket them pretty darn hard as they go in there. Echoes get Brig pockets pretty frequently. Your Brig pocket is your next best thing, sort of, behind your Mercy pocket. Like, when Echoes don't get Mercies, they're usually getting Brig pockets. So those are sort of what you're thinking with her in that front. I've got my repair pack to enable these people. And then I have my whip shot to proc Inspire that I'll want to try to use, every 6 seconds or so to try to get an Inspire proc, because if my Inspire isn't rolling, I'm not healing enough, and she's not enough of a brawler with her only 250 HP shield and her only 200 health. She's not enough of that to actually go brawl much herself. So she whip shots, and if she doesn't hit her whip shot, she might walk into the fight, go swing at something once, and then back out of the fight, back to cover.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And then the last thing you need to think about is her bash, and between her whip shot and her bash, you're using those, again, to help protect your backline, where you go, hey, a ball is coming in here, let me bash the ball to cancel its pile drive, or let me bash it to, stop it from getting out here, or let me go ahead and use this whip shot on this monkey that's jumping in. You can't play divers against her because she has repair packs for people getting dove, and she has bash, and she has, bash and repair packs are both very good for messing up divers, and then she has the repair packs to enable her divers, is sort of how you'd think of that. But she's terrible into poke, and she doesn't brawl very well.
Okay, got it. So, if my entire team is just like losing a bunch of health and I can't really help them,
you can Inspire. Keep your Inspire proc up.
Right. Yeah. What if I can't even like get in there because there's a Pharah like
hit whip shots
shooting here? Okay. I gotta get better.
Yes, that is. But if they're actually running like Pharah plus Ashe against you, with Orisa plus, I don't know, Sigma, your hero isn't gonna work because they're all poke, and you can't brawl. Like, you're not going to be able to activate Inspire. If they're all poke, you lose. Like, she's still sort of designed like a brawl hero. If they're all poke, you lose, because you're not getting to do your primary thing of denying their flankers, their divers. You're only getting to do the secondary thing of enabling your aggressive DPS, of throwing repair packs at them. Well, that could be enough, but what if you're running like a brawl team, like you're running McCree Reaper with Rein Zarya, and they're running what we just said, Pharah plus Ashe plus Orisa plus Sigma, you're doing nothing. You're doing absolutely nothing, right? So she's got to pick her battles. She's not really a one-trickable hero. You have to use her in places that make sense.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. That's fine. Repair pack on McCree gives us no problem. Okay. What's the bash for? Oh, to get over there. Okay. Okay, you better bravely run away.
I wanted to help McCree.
Yeah. Zarya's full health and behind a bubble. You just second packed. So second pack doesn't make that Zarya heal faster. It just adds time to your existing repair pack. So instead of 2 seconds, or whatever, it's more seconds of healing.
Feel better soon.
You've now spent 3 repair packs on a Zarya. I hate it. Oh, you got your Inspire going. That'll heal her the rest of the way. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, fine. Okay. Repair packs. Repair pack priority goes to your Ana. Next in line for repair packs are your DPS, not your tanks. Remember, you're healing 55 health per second. 55 health per second is a lot for 200 HP heroes, and not very much for Reinhardt, for Roadhog, for Hammond, even for Zarya. Like, when you think of what it gives them in terms of the total healing it gives them, it's like, okay, I got a 200 HP hero can be like, yeah, I got 2/3, 3/4 of my health back. Yeah, something like that. This is cool. Or they have that HOT applied to them when they're near full health. Fine. But a tank that's sort of like this doesn't really do it. So I'm not saying don't heal them. You're obviously going to heal them some between fights. And you can heal them some, but I don't want you using it's very rare that I want you to use your last repair pack on a tank. Like, I want you to be very stingy with your last repair pack in general. But I mostly want you to be like much more willing to use repair packs to enable DPS or your support partner than you are on tank. So you might look at, if you have 2 repair packs and you see that your Zarya is missing 200 health and no one else is missing health, but your McCree's getting towards an aggressive position, you're going to stare at your Zarya and do nothing. You're going to no, I'm about to pack our McCree. I'm thinking I might need this pack for my McCree. Now, if you're about to regenerate that third pack, absolutely, spend a pack on your tank. But unless you just have spare packs, like you're about to regenerate that third pack, I don't want you spending packs on tanks in most situations, okay?
Okay.
Cool.
So got some news. More better snart.
That did nothing. Also, your matchup against Reaper consists of hit him with a whip shot and stay away. Hit him with a whip shot and stay away.
Yeah.
He crushes you at close range now. Okay, that pack is fine. That pack is less good. If we look at that pack, it was your first pack on Ana. She was missing some health. No problem whatsoever. This, okay, that is a bubbled Genji that is not remotely being aggressive. Right? Like, is that Genji being aggressive?
No.
Our packs are to enable aggression. He's not going to go use that a dime.
Yeah.
Your McCree looks more promising. You could pack your McCree. Your McCree's you doing a high noon. That's likely to bait some attention to him, right? So if you 180'd and threw a pack on him, no problem. Okay.
I've got you covered.
You just whip shot it away. Retake your high ground.
I wasn't sure if I should go high ground with them or stay bottom with the rock.
Nope, you want to stay high ground. Remember, you can activate Inspire with your whip shot, and one of your primary job is to make sure your Ana's okay. Your next job is to enable your DPS, and your DPS are going to be on high ground. You'll have better access to vision for your pack usage on high ground.
Okay. And for positioning, how close should I be next to my Ana? Should I be middle between my Ana and my Ryan, essentially? Typically? I don't know. Sometimes, like, if they're playing dive, I almost want to be like right next to my Ana.
Yeah, you want to be pretty close to your Ana. Where's your Ana right now? Back here? Yuck. Okay, that's unfortunate that your Ana's playing here. So where you should be playing is right here with your shield up, but your shield hidden in the wall. The reason you're doing that is it gives you third person so that you can see more of the map than if you were looking. So you're using your shield to get third person view while being behind a corner and using the corner to actually protect your shield, which lets you see more and then you can go, oh, let me throw a pack over there. Let me throw a pack over there. I saw that tracer run past me. Let me throw a pack on my Ana and, now get in here and go do my thing. That's how you want to play. And from here, you'd go, oop, I peek, I throw a whip shot, I unpeek. I peek, I throw a whip shot, I unpeek. I peek, I missed my whip shot. Maybe I walk up here, take a single swing at something, shield, and walk my way back to here. That's kind of how you're thinking of her.
Du mår bättre snart. Shield holding. I will shield you.
My ultimate is
Yeah, we don't want to be in the open. We would like to be more on something like this, where we're shielding to see around the corner.
Okay.
Bättre så.
Also, you can just win with rally.
My barrier can't take
You what? What? What?
I don't know what it
will.
Bash! Just bash him! Literally just
Yeah.
bash him!
Yeah. I don't know. I used to be so quick with that. Now I can't. I'm so slow.
If you're not fast enough, your shield breaks and you lose. Like, ugh.
Not to mention some bugs.
My blade is ready to be unleashed.
Feeling better?
Okay, so that's a Winston. So what do you do when Winstons show up? What are you thinking about when there's a Winston on the board for the enemy team?
I'm sitting on my Ana.
Sitting on your Ana, but remember we talked about how to handle Winstons with whip shot?
Oh, when they jump, just whip shot them away.
Right.
Okay.
So when you're confident you can hit a whip shot on a Winston that's coming after you or your Ana, you hit that whip shot. But you have to think about the bubble. So if you think you can get him as he's coming through the air, great, get him as he's coming through the air. If you're not sure if he's going to bubble block it or not because he's close to landing, you might have to let him land, let him pop that bubble, and then walk inside that bubble and whip shot him away. Like, you have to hit the whip shot. You have to.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Yeah.
To me.
Good. And now you win. Where did all of these packs go?
Rally to me.
I'm just looking around here and I'm like, wait a second. Fine.
I gave one to the Genji. I think I gave one to the Ryan because he was low. Probably shouldn't have. Well, he was
No.
critical, but not really.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know why it says critical.
critical.
When he's like half.
Well, he's half. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's half, and that was your last pack that you just used. If your
Yeah.
Ana gets in trouble, you're gonna way wish you had that pack back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have another pack.
I
This
use that
one
on
you
Ryan
are
again.
gonna throw on Ryan, which I understand.
Yeah.
Du mår bättre.
Yeah. I don't know why I gave that Zarya though.
Zarya's totally healthy, and again, now you're in a situation where you potentially can't help out your Ana, your McCree, your Genji. So really, just your Genji or your Ana if they're in trouble, and they're higher priority for your packs. They are. Okay. I hope you're gonna whip shot him away because I don't want to be fighting him. That was no. Good. I don't even mind if he was full health. You're packing him for his blade, no problem.
That should be better.
Good. Okay. Good.
Bättre så.
Debatable. Would be putting it kindly. But we then didn't pack our McCree? Okay. No. No. Remember, it's not on a 4-second cooldown, it's on a 7-second cooldown.
7
That bash.
seconds, yeah. Sometimes I just think I want to get up there faster, and I'm like,
I know, but 7
that's really
seconds is a pretty long cooldown for a
Yeah,
very
I
minor
should.
movement speed boost.
Right. I shouldn't have used that.
My ultimate is charging.
Okay, so you're slow. You were slow to find your target because you could have happily
Yeah,
looked at him and just
I
been
could've.
like, nope.
Boop. Yeah.
And
Nope.
you'd have gotten a free Inspire proc rolling on your team. So where do you want to be right now?
I want to be down with my Ana. Like.
Yeah, you
wherever
could be
she
down
is.
with your Ana. That'd be a good answer. I was even just going to say here where you can third person behind the
Oh,
wall
got
to
it.
see outside.
Okay.
But yeah, down with your Ana is fine with me too, except that your Ana is not here.
I think. Oh wait, did she die? No, she's over there. No, she's down there.
She's being bait. She's being pro bait. She's like, come get me. Come get me. My whole team will drop from above.
Fixing you up.
Yeah, I didn't need that. I don't know why I did that.
All good.
Shield holding. Forgot some moves.
You just missed aim there.
She has 2 left.
Yeah, yeah. And now you're in a tough situation, right? Because now you're like, I would like to pack my McCree, but is it worth it? And the answer is still probably yes, but this has become a tough call. You got nothing for your Anna. You have to immediately repack him? You choose not to. Okay.
Ska hjälpa dig. Skit bakom mig.
We do need to get a little more Inspire going. You can
Yeah.
afford to wander up to here and go, hey, can I boop someone with an Inspire as they walk by and then back up? Like you do need to do a little bit more of a rhythmic get in, get out type thing to keep your Inspire going.
Okay.
Because while repair packs are good, and they could get, just good repair pack usage and rally usage could get you through gold, you are going to have to get good Inspire usage to get much further.
Okay.
I'll take care of you.
Yeah. You have it back. You could get it.
Let me touch that up.
Okay. Okay.
Forgot some moves.
Less good. He's behind a shield, and that was your.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was too.
Okay. You can do this.
Jag fixar dig. Fire at will.
Did we really not overrun them
My
harder
shield's
during your
up.
rally? Take a look here.
Forgot some
Here you are.
to me.
Okay, you're rallying. You're rallying inside a bubble that's probably blocking application of your rally to people. You're now doing this. Yeah, none of your teammates have armor because the bubble was blocking application of it.
Okay.
Now they should start getting some. Why are we backing up? Oh, because you're worried about the primal, and you're going to choose to fight the primal. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Jag fixar dig. Fire at will.
Yeah, we aren't going to use our last pack on a rhyme like that.
Oh, watch the
Ooh,
Vanna
that
die.
bash!
Taking damage. Let me touch that up.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have used that to move over there. Right?
That's the top.
Good.
You'll do better soon.
Attack with me.
I'm taking damage.
60 seconds remaining.
Come out and face me.
Good as new.
My ultimate is ready.
I don't know why I did that.
What?
I'll take it. I've got you covered.
Okay, so you're going to whip shot them back as they advance. Oh, good, you got your Inspire. Again, we would prefer to put you somewhere like
Yeah.
here, maybe here, where you've got a little more.
Fix
Right.
30
Okay.
seconds
Oh,
No, I don't have
wouldn't it
anything
be
to
nice?
use,
You have
but-
0
yeah.
packs, and you have 3 choices. It's like there's a critical over here, there's a critical over here, and there's a blade over here, and you can't do any of them. Yeah, that's.
I don't know why I like attacked him. That's so weird.
Okay, but you've got rally for this one, so they lose.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
I'm ready to rally. Lights out.
Rally. Good.
That's the game.
Okay. So things that we would talk about, we could go back to BAP for a moment, and we could talk about, hey, there still is much more high ground to be taken. There is some lamp practice to be done. The weaving looks improved, but there's definitely more there. And your shift usage looks a little wild, we'll just say. Those are all
Yeah.
things, but
Yeah.
we can work on those one at a time. And we've now covered our methodology a little more, and hopefully that makes sense. And if it's not, please message me between sessions. I'm happy to, try and spell it out a bit more for you or remind you if it feels like it's getting lost. So like that's what we want to do there.
Okay.
The other thing that we would get to is now we're going to move on to Brigs, and I'll give you some stuff for Brigs here. We have to clean up that repair pack usage. Like we have to clean up that repair pack usage where we're just packing tanks or where we're packing people that are full and not in danger. Like at the end there when you had no packs, or when you packed the bubbled Genji. Like there was a lot of packs like those where it is a resource. It's like tracer blinks. You don't just use them for no reason. You're like, hey, these are things that I use to accomplish stuff. So what you want to do with them is you want to, yes, heal your support, keep your partner alive, but you also want to enable DPS when they're being aggressive. If your DPS aren't being aggressive, if your DPS aren't in places where they can do stuff, yeah, you'll still probably pack them to heal them, but like what you're trying to do with those is go, I would rather heal a Genji that's at 70% and in my enemy's backline than a Reinhardt that's at 10% uh standing next to my Zenyatta. You follow what I'm saying? Like that's like it's just an aggression, understanding position type thing. Like that's what you're looking to do. Where you're going, hey, I want to make these aggressive people get healed, and you also want to put it on the people that are actually going to get good value out of that 55 health per second, and that's really not your tanks. It really needs to be, hey, your tanks are getting your BAP healing, your Ana healing, your Moira healing. You're just not so interested in healing them. You'll occasionally be like, yes, here's a pack on a ball, a Winston, things like that, but you're really not primarily healing them. You're mostly only healing them if it's well, I'd waste packs otherwise because I'm about to have 3 packs or I have 3 packs. That's really what the only time you're really wanting to heal tanks. I don't want to be too absolute about that when it's like, it's a 2v2 when it's you and a Rhine. Don't heal your Rhine. No, you can heal your Rhine, but...
Yeah, but no, I understand.
Okay. And then I also want you do I want you scaling back more? Like the easier fix will be scaling back on your bash usage. Just like
Okay.
stop bashing for movement as much as you are. When you're coming back from a
Yeah.
respawn, you can bash once for movement, but that's kind of it by and large. Um, that's the easy thing to fix. But the other thing where you could go, hey, what's something a little more meaty that I can work on temporal besides packs? And that would be your whip shots, where you can go, hey, I actually need to get in there a little bit to get my whip shot off, because you're just spending a lot of time passive without Inspire going. Like if you looked at your Inspire uptime percentage at the end of this, I suspect you'd have found it was in like the teens, and that's not, we need that to be better. And getting a little more aggressive to get whip shots, and you'll get punished for that. You will get punished and you will start losing games for that until you don't. You follow what I'm saying? We're like, until you find that threshold. And I can't really show you that threshold here because you didn't really try at all. You see what I'm saying? Well,
Yeah,
you didn't know. You don't know how the hero works because you're used to the pre-rework Brig, where she was a, brawly monstrosity, and now she's not. So that's kind of what I've got for you. Again, I think you have lots of BAP stuff. I just sprinkled on some more Brig things, so you have a lot of stuff to work on, and I don't want you to get overwhelmed by that. I want you to go, I'm going to work on one thing, and if I get bored of working on my one thing before it's actually stuck, well, my solution is I should go take a break and do something else, and then I'll come back and continue working on my Overwatch thing. The thing that I'm
Okay.
working on, which might be my weaves, it might be my high ground, it might be my repair pack usage, and I'm going to keep working on it until it sticks. And if I think it sticks, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to then sort of be self-critical, maybe do a 5-minute self-VOD review of, okay, was it actually bad in that last game? Okay, it's not as good as it was when I was focusing on it, but it's only a little bit worse. That's okay. I can settle for it only being a little bit worse while I work on this new thing. You with me?
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
So, okay, so with progging Inspire, if I miss a whip shot, you said go in and try to get a whip or like
A flail.
a flail in, but then what if that
Well,
puts me in danger? Should I try to bash out then? Should I
no,
just like bash
you
it
have to
out?
read that situation. You might have to bash
Okay.
out. Bashing out
Yeah.
isn't necessarily wrong. You might have to bash out, but you're gonna have to read the situation for whether it makes sense for you to go into flail or not, right? Like I'm not gonna
Okay.
ask you to walk into a Reaper, like walk into that Reaper in McCree to go flail. No, actually don't. On the other hand,
Yeah.
if you have a Reinhardt that is swinging at another Reinhardt, you can probably get in there pretty cleanly and get a flail off and get out, right? Like
Right.
but if you have a Winston and they're playing Reinhardt Roadhog, you're probably not getting a flail off. Like you just have to
Yeah.
be real about what makes sense there.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Anything you'd like to go, hey, what about this? What about that?
um. Yeah. I used to be pretty good at ult tracking. Like, well, I mean, I
Sure.
used to do it on a team actually.
Okay.
But then I stopped obviously doing that. But I don't know. I think it's like mentally exhausting to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It
that's,
is.
yeah, I don't know if there's a good way to like make it less exhausting to track them, or like I don't know, like
You can exercise it just like you can exercise focus, right? So you can
yeah,
exercise focus to make it better. The more you do it, the easier it will get in some ways and the less mental resource it'll take up. I wouldn't actually
mm,
recommend you waste your time with ult tracking of more than a couple things. Like you might go, hey, I'm going to track my mirror, or maybe I'm going to track 2 or 3 big ults on the other side just because, but I wouldn't be doing my, okay, they used beat and nano last fight, they used that 3 fights ago, so they should have high noon and whole hog close on primal. Like I wouldn't do that whole thing that you see in organized play because that's what you would have done on a team, I assume. Because you need to sort of clear up that mental space to work on other things. Doing that stuff
yeah,
wins you more games, but you need to climb more before that's useful again. You fall like you're in
right,
gold, man.
yeah.
You like, and I don't mean that as an
Yeah.
insult, but
No,
it's
I
just
know.
like, yeah.
I know. I need to
It's
clean up a lot of stuff. All
right,
right.
but that's
Yeah,
not
makes sense.
a bad thing. That's just like this ult tracking is so that you can make a good plan for the next fight. Is so that you change how you act around different opponents, etc. You're not ready to change how you act around certain opponents on Brig, and your gold teammates are gonna make a good plan. Who are we kidding? Like,
I know. That's true.
it's like,
Oh
okay, well they've
God.
got Nanoblade over there, and we don't have any support ults. Oh, but we have
Yeah.
Hog, so our Hog is gonna go to your gold teammates are making a good plan. You're dreaming. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cool. Cool.
Alrighty. I think that about covers it.
Good. Good.
Do you think it's worth? I mean, so you said I can't one trick Brig, obviously, so I should probably learn another off
You can
support
use
or
Brig plus any other support, I'd say. You can't really
okay.
one-trick Brig because you will run
Yeah.
into situations where the opponent is playing full poke, and can you actually win in those situations on Brig? Of course, you can one-trick anything. That's the reality. But
Mhm.
you're going to have a rough time if you find I am playing Brig into Echo Soldier. I'm playing Brig into Ash plus Fair, like things like that, you're going to have a hard time with that. Or you're going, okay, I'm playing Brig, but my DPS are both playing super passively with the team never getting in any danger. I don't have anyone that's getting aggressive that I want to pack. I don't have a Genji. I don't have a Doomfist. I don't have an Echo that's going in there. I don't have an Ashe that's taking deep off angles. You follow what I'm saying? If you can't get
Yeah.
value either denying their divers or enabling aggressive DPS players, you can't. The hero's just not going to do much.
Right. Got it. Okay.
But Bat plus
And
Brig
then
can be a totally valid combination. That could be a legit hero pool where you're like, I'm trying to learn Brig, but in situations where she just doesn't work, I play Bat. That's fine.
got it. So yeah, I think that covers it. I have a lot of games where it just like it feels like I mean I know like there's a mantra like half or like 30% of your games are gonna be losses no matter what. Like 30% are gonna be wins and like 30% are like ones you can actually make a difference in. I don't know if that's actually true or not. But,
Yeah,
that's just like
I don't know that I'd
something.
agree on those percentages. There are some games that you're probably going to lose this one, but I understand the concept. Go ahead.
But I don't know. I'm just like I feel like there's definitely a lot of games where it's just like complete steamroll from the other side. I'm just trying to figure out. In those situations, I almost feel useless in a way because I can't enable anyone to do
As
anything,
Brig or in general?
or just in general. So I don't
Oh, who
know. Like,
cares? We
yeah,
don't care whether you lose the game or not because we're interested in working on a skill. Like I don't care if you
yeah,
lost the game. I care how your repair packs looked. You follow what I'm
right,
saying? Because like if we build up your repair packs and build up your whip shot, your inspire uptime, and we make it so that your lamps look better, and we make it so that you're weaving shots more consistently, whoops, where did this 300 SR come from? You know, like
yeah,
I don't even care about the individual games. You'll just win as
yeah.
a side effect of that.
Got
You'll
it.
gain SR as a side effect of having gotten better. So it doesn't matter that you're losing games along the way.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay. Talk to you later, man.